Alright, we're looking at number 3. Number 3 says line segment MN. It's not so great because they don't have this labeled, but I'll label it on the PDF to fix it. So it's saying line segment MN is shown below. If point P, X, Y partitions the line segment into a ratio of MP to PN 1 to 2, then determine the values of X and Y. So what this is saying is that from this entire line, every time from M to P, MP is going to be one of the 3 parts. So the first thing you need to do is create this ratio. So the ratio that we have right here is 1 to 2. That means there's 3 parts. So the ratio is going to be 1 to 3. So what's hard about this problem? Well, you're given on the computer, so the first thing you have to do is draw something. You have to figure out what you're doing. So instead of really drawing it out, we need to kind of focus on what's going on here. So what I'm going to do is let's find the distance between the x values, because what we're going to do, if we can visualize it, we're going to count the horizontal distance first, then we're going to do the vertical distance, because the distance from here is going to be 1 and this distance is going to be 2 times that. Okay? So first thing I want to do when looking at a problem like this is focus on the x's. So the x's is -6 and 9. So we want to find the distance between -6 and 9. So what we're going to do is -6, the absolute value of -6, minus 9, absolute value. So the distance between -6 and -9 is going to be -15. Therefore, the distance between the x's is going to be 15. Okay, so what we did here is we made the ratio 1 over 3 because that's what we needed. So the x, the distance is 15. So if the ratio is 1 to 3, so the first thing we need to do is divide the 15 by 1/3, because the distance from M to P is going to be 1, and then the other portion, P to N, is going to be 2 times greater. So the distance here would be 1/3. So what we do here is we do, for this one, 15 divided by 3, the distance, because that's 15, and we should have that drawn. It doesn't have to be perfect. We'll do it in the other videos. So that means the distance from N to P is going to be 5. So M to P is going to be 5. We're going to be moving a distance of 5, okay? M to P is going to be 5. And we're moving in this direction, so we're going to go to the right 5. So if we count 5 paces instead of 15, -6, oh, I gotta do it under here. -6 plus 5 will equal -1. So the x value will be -1. Move it up. So we have -1 here so far. Now we need to compare the y's, 2 and -4. So what we have here, the ruler postulate states the absolute value distance of 2 minus -4. We get 2 plus 4. We get a distance of 6. Right here we have a ratio of 1/3. So what we have here is from M to P, will be 6 divided by 3. So that means we will have it equal to 2. So that means we're going to move down 2. So we start at 2, so we go to 0, 1, 2. So it's a visual way of doing it. We could have done it more with the formula, but we need to be doing something that's easy to remember. So that means it's going to be a negative 1, 0. You could always confirm your answer by just counting the distance. So we said the distance for both of them is 5, right 5, down 2. That's what we said. So we should be able to do this 2 times. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2. That's 1 time. So we should be able to do it one more time. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2. Alright, so our answer here would be our negative 1, 0, and that's going to be for point P. Put that in front of it. Point P is at negative 1, 0.